All right. Hello, everyone. This is David Leewitz for Philosospiel Video Game Philosophy. And we are here finally to basically chat about and do our first English Genshin stream. That's because the strike is officially over. However, I need everyone to note there is an unofficial strike for Genshin Impact that is still onward. Ether and Lumine's VA, Zach Aguilar, and I think Sarah Ruth Thomas. No, it's not Sarah. Sarah. Are going to return. A few have returned, like Brianna Knickerbocker, Erica Harlicker, this patch. But some people have been replaced, like Kuching's VA, Kaylee Mills, and Paimon's VA, Karina Becker, who basically decided to, right at the end of the strike, felt bad about what happened with Jacob Takahashi, so they wanted to basically flip till it's wait till Genshin flips Union, which is the goal of the Work Refusal still. So not everyone will likely be back. However, for this specific quest, I believe everyone is voiced. And I really, really do want to hear Capritano's cool. I want to hear Capritano, so I'm glad the strike ended, at least in time for Capritano. But we still do support the prospect of Genshin flipping Union and getting AI protections. But there's no official mandate for me to really respect this. Official mandate for me. We support the VAs that are still striking, but I really want to hear Capitano. She put all of their Capitanesi into it, so let's do it. So you have Josija,
won't be able to see the
Amber.
Baiju wasn't in his shop.
What I'm not gonna be. How much am I gonna hate?
For Dr. Baiju.
How much am I gonna hate this?
He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
How much am I gonna hate this?
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
So, I just don't like it as much. I don't like it. Karina had issues, but I'm in the personal belief to separate art from artists when I can.
Please, show me your prescription.
So I know people aren't. It's not just because of Karina Becca's behavior. A lot of people did not thought the Paimon voice was grating. I thought it was unique, and yes, it is closer in line with the original.
Please, show me your
It is closer in line with the other languages. I was even swimming in Chinese, of course. So it is, but it's I guess the languages are allowed to be different. Back room. Where are we going? We have not started our training program yet. Wait.
Please, show me your prescription.
Where? You talk to me.
Please, show me your prescription.
I agree. I agree, but there are certain VAs I have issue with, but I'd rather whatever. But
Please, show
also,
me your
again,
prescription.
freaking Karina was struggling, like. But either way, let's see if I can adjust to the new Paimon voice. I mean, again, we've been playing in Chinese for this long, so.
Please, show me your prescription.
We have not done Baiju in a while. I've done his quest. This must be it. This must be it. Alright. Alright. Okay, so yeah, we're not complete. Fuck it, I'm gonna. The strike is over. I'm as much. I'm not. Ah, looks like we have a special guest.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome. What can I do for you?
It's the Traveler. He looks absolutely beat these days. He has these huge dark circles around his eyes, like he hasn't slept a wink.
The comedy's just not there.
And he keeps spacing out. You have to call his name several times before he snaps
The
out of
audio
it.
doesn't sound the best.
What do you think it is? Is he sick?
Cyber prone to sickness? I find this surprising.
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first time you've come to me with a health complaint. Come, let me take a look at you.
Okay, Paimon does not like that expression, Baiju. It's not serious, is it?
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, traveler. In theory, your energy level, hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition.
Means you take out the
afflictions of a non-physical
it's
nature.
It's a thing.
They
I have
fall
I had
outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
No, de-essing is specific. It's both static and other things.
Huh?
I have
What do
a
you mean,
DBX.
non-physical nature.
Curses,
Either
dark
way,
magic.
if
It's
most
hard to
people are
say.
happy with it, it's fine.
Why don't you rest here for a bit?
I know my friend Brian. will be-
Whatever it is we're dealing with,
We'll be
clues
happy
to
with
your
it.
condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the root cause, we can administer the right treatment.
I've seen my fair share of mental afflictions. To start with some calming incest, a good night's sleep and a good meal will do a word of good.
In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
Still, we're not experts on this kind of thing. We should strongly consider calling in a specialist as soon as possible.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baiju and Changsheng have seen it before. Well, all we can do is take their advice. You look like you're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side.
Either
Fingers
way,
crossed you'll be
Karina
all better when you wake
wanted to stand up for Fable, so yeah. It's EP. Are we gonna go to the Velvet Room? Do 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 do. Yep, we're in the not really in the Velvet Room, but we're in the collective unconscious, maybe.
It's a thick fog covering my field of vision. It feels more real than a dream, but too chilling to be real life. Breath freezes in my throat before I can even exhale it.
God. Um, sorry, that was my mother. Whichever direction I look in, there's no end in sight. And worse than that, I think there's something following me like a shadow. It's a dream. How long until I wake up? That's not where in the world am I. Let's go! When just pierced through the fog, it's down in the back, but there's no blood. Strange light coming from the wound. Inside, it feels like a part of me is missing, and that the weight is falling over.
Traveler! Traveler! Rise and shine! Time to wake up! For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. It's already afternoon. Hopefully all that sleep did you some good. Feeling any better? A cut? What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? All right, let Paimon take a look. Nope, nothing there. Wait, did you have a nightmare? Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite. So, if you had a nightmare, maybe all you need is something to cheer you up. Come on, Paimon will treat you to something yummy.
She's a little bit more bright and yeah, it's like, yeah, I get the voice is a little bit more likable, but I just like the sass. Yeah, it's like, yes, it is a little cuter, but just sounds like a fucking kid, like out of kid show.
What? So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog everywhere, and then a spike came out of nowhere and stabbed you in the back? Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? 'Cause from the way you describe it, it sounds like you were really there. But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep
You
sleep
can't
this
escape
morning.
Carl Jung.
Then, it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight.
No, the
Anyone
baby
tries
needs
to
her
mess
sleep.
with you, Paimon will beat him up. Or, wake you up first and then we can beat him up together.
Dream was so chilling, it almost feels like there was something watching me from stabbed me in my dream. And when I woke up, there was no wounds. In the area, I feel vague acting.
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains
Let's
whole,
go!
but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
The Capitana, she did put all her Capitana C.
What the? Wait! Paimon remembers you! Your child's master!
Oh, she is pretty.
Orange? Right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then we left and never learned where you went after that. Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Oh, she's fancy.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tigerfish over here.
Coming right up. If I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my... I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things sound good.
Seems to know something, and given what is in strength, I bet she can tell what happened to me. What her goal is, but in the moment at least, I don't think she has bad intentions.
Should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But we could always find a different expert on the abyss to help us. Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely something we should fix sooner rather than later. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Child's told us, she doesn't seem evil, at least.
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up your mind?
What I saw was a dark space shrouded in a dense fog that wouldn't disperse.
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am, can you help us?
So, you couldn't disperse the fog.
The fog, is this
I
Persona
understand.
4?
Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table.
Oh, okay. She disappeared.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right...
I didn't think you two ordered.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember?
You sure? I...
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom?
Oh my
You
god.
got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her? Young lady? About this tall?
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks... Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. Oh, this whole situation is giving...
Shrooms.
Whoa, what are all... Huh. Looks like they're collecting something.
No.
What?
A moment, please.
We're back with England.
Committed to memory. Hey,
Stop right there! Out of my way!
Let's begin.
so this is what they were collecting. Yeah.
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark curse. Together, these remnants form what you call god remains, and it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fake. What are you doing?
Nothing. Just wanted to make sure you were, real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her.
Your life hangs in the balance,
on.
and that's what you're fixated on? It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now, can we please get back?
Okay. Right. The god remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing? In our experience, god remains are 100% bad news. A lot of
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing, and the remains aren't just gone. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god... Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Wait, you mean... the star?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna.
Constellations.
Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation.
The stars foretell the... I don't know the philosophy of constellations too much. Yep, the constellations we get in the game. Yep. I mean, they've been talking about this before, but I mean, this is this is what Ashikai was talking about. The heavens move and the earth follows. So whatever happens in the earth, the stars happens in the earth, and the heavens are the fundamental ruler of the earth. So we are connected to the constellations for a reason.
Yet now,
Ashikai.
stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients from a host.
Wouldn't it be the
And now,
Fatui?
it's no longer satisfied. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could go. No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost, considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things, and yours could easily...
So...
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great! You seem super strong and...
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction that you would do well to remember that. Now, come along.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the Primordial Sea. So cool. Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she does deserve is a super embarrassing nickname. Ah, Paimon's got it. Frosty the Lavender Melon. Serves that Ice Queen right. Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So, let's follow her and see what sort of plan she's got. Whoa!
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed
like she's
in the
like
outside
Acheron.
world.
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe and—
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has bought us quite a bit of time.
It's like we're sort of making friends with the darkness a little bit. Sort of like incorporation of the shadow.
Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one
Yeah,
full
definitely.
of fog. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this one. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like without the fog. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them,
Oh my god.
what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to a little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able—
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in with dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever scene plays out in your mind. Then, I can guide you through the dream environment, and we'll take back what was—
Huh. You make it—
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding, I got to play it safe. I need to give you some special—
Wait! You're gonna teach him some of your— Does that mean the next time we see Child—
Do as you want. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more—
Oh, she moves fast. So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare Last time something like this happened with— Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring narwhal was just her master's pet? Maybe we really will learn.
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you will have picked up all kinds of techniques from them.
You bet. There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. Oh, and Kazuha. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. A style. To use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences, and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system of blade work. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will every strike you deliver make perfect sense.
Wait, is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves. Like when you went swoop.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, Our sword styles are... There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. That's all I have to say. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
This is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Is that it?
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their guiding philosophy? What's their state of mind as they maneuver their weapon? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength. Oh,
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
Wait, they had to redo all of them? Eepy baby.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body.
Very Japanese.
Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachitsutsu.
Cool. Each slats my blade. I don't know if my weapon can contain all this. I'm in the zone. Limitless power surging through me. Yeah.
Huh. Looks like you've made some real
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps.
Go get some sleep.
Eepy baby. What's this place? Place again, but Skirk said dream mirroring would kick in when it. Can't.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me. You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that. It's very disrespectful.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she does. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday.
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my...
Wait! Put on a coat at least, you'll catch a cold. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lit.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer's gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
Oh, we're starting to turn to Penacony. And it's the same person. Oh god, Misha VA. Oh god.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said? I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the world. I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving. Better get back.
That was, I mean, that did resonate with me. And like, I remember when I was young and wanted was so excited to already like learn all this fun stuff in college and PhD and be a scientist.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
So that's like, I do want to explore.
Please, spare the
You always have to explore the inner child.
They're coming!
Eliminate the threat.
Take him down.
Don't be scared.
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink. Showed you the best our home has to offer. Gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands.
You know what this sounds like?
This is how you treat us?
You know this already sounds like a better iteration of
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Better iteration of what happened to the Native Americans than was like, yeah, they gave them everything and they didn't do shit.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Does Skirk have an Aventurine backstory?
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages.
Oh my god! This is the this is like a better thing of the Native Americans. What the hell?
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first.
Speaking
so we
of
can send a
Teague, I'm
bigger
gonna go
squadron
see.
to surround them.
I'm gonna go see Formula 1 later. That should be good.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be I'll cut off their heads myself.
Genocide. Is this a fucking genocide? Smells like something's burning. What's going on?
Dad? Mom? Skirk, you're all right? Thank heaven.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened?
This is just not.
This is the place. Alert all
I
units.
need to
Prepare
watch
surround.
Andor so badly. Oh my god. I need to watch Andor.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can. Don't trust your dad and I. We're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
Star Wars.
My clever girl, so curious. You're already so brave. I know you're going to grow up to be such a positive light in this world.
Whenever you miss us, just play this song. Remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Oh, that's Lament of a Ruined World!
Break down the door. Look what we have.
Oh my god, I'm slightly tearing
A
up.
savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over.
Music, playfulness.
Stop singing!
Fuck you!
Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way.
Have it your way. Arby's. What was that? Oh, that is Capertano singing! I mean, it's Logar-chan. And baby.
You're awake?
It's not like you were playing music.
I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start.
So yeah,
Now,
all the
time for the
futurists.
second stage of your training.
It's okay, she's from Honkai Impact World. She can have a good time.
This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find.
Okay, I need to. Is there a key? Is there a key for this? Is there a key? Wait. I don't have my mouse. Is there escape? No. No. Ship? No. No. I don't have my mouse doesn't. I can try to make the mouse work. Wait, okay, wait, this mouse works. Wait a minute. No, but I wouldn't I, it's blue. Wait, let me see if I can connect the mouse. B, oh, it's B, okay. Well, that makes my life easy. Perfect, alright. What food am I filling you with today? He deserves... yes. You deserve Risley food. There we go.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd have no idea how long we've even been here. Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training.
I'm ready to start.
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher. The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm.
From League of Legends?
My master, Sertology, is a true expert in that area.
Sertology,
After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners. The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm.
Okay.
These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time.
But do they coexist? But are they able to coexist like yin and yang?
I A keen observation. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the Seven Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you.
I have the ability to purify
So
abyssal
I've
power.
heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power. Just thinking out loud.
Yeah, this
Let's
is
focus on
easy
your
seeds for an
elemental
Ashikai video.
That's
Easy
what's gonna help us
seeds.
if the situation gets tricky. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up.
It's sort of like
every time you
that these
fall.
two powers are. I mean,
So, it's time to push yourself
is
to
the
the
abyss
limit,
actually?
and then keep pushing.
I mean, it sort of feels
This
like
is
the
only
abyss
way
needs to be
advance
played
at
with.
pace.
Use
the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
So you said you can't teach me shit, and you're telling me to use.
Windblade!
Windblade! Windblade! Windblade! Wait, oh, you can charge Windblade? Just realized.
Windblade!
So is this actually gonna buff my character or no? Windblade! No, it's from a YouTube poop. Windblade! Oh. And my attack's being buffed. Oh, can this make Traveler viable? Because, like, Rover is kicking Traveler's ass regarding being cool. Traveler's not cool. Traveler's like the lead. Okay, Wise and Bell are actually characters. Wise and Bell are characters. While a very small buff. Nice. I guess to not make it. I'm guessing sort of just like an E7. I only want Traveler. This is clunky. I'd say, but again, I feel like
disappear.
Oh god, am I gonna have to see all the other? Oh my god, I've
Use
never.
The power of Hydro to destroy the
I have
spikes.
never once used Hydro. Wait, what? Wait. Hydro's a fucking Mega Buster? That's cool. Hydro's a Mega Buster? That's cool. Why is this? I guess it's just shitty. I guess it's just Neuvillette, but shitty. Hey, that's cool. Wait.
Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
I'm sorry. I'm using a keypad. Pew 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 pew. This is actually fun.
Water jet.
Oh fuck.
Water jet.
I have never once used Hydro Traveler. I don't think I only used Electro Traveler in the Inazuma event. Wait, fuck. Fuck, wait. Nope.
Water jet.
Wait, why do... Oh, shit. But... Finger gun... Fuck. Damn it. Damn it.
Water jet! Go!
Hey, fuck.
Go! Water jet! Water jet!
What?
Water jet! Water jet!
My journey getting different lands. Train it.
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world, so be bold. Do not be afraid to charge.
Like the wind, tough as stone, nimble as lightning, flourishing like foliage. Feel the power of the elements flowing through me. As I feel as peaceful as a flowing stream, other times surging like a fragment. Close my eyes, I can almost hear their voices, but it's not like some wild beast baffling from the dominion, or like saying hello to an old friend.
Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all. Get some rest. When you
Place again. You bring me here. No response, just float away. What is it doing its first and where is it taking me this time?
What is the secret to power? Longing. Hatred, self-preservation. No, it is fear. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to hardship. Now part of you. It calls on you to evolve.
Ow, it hurts. Daddy, Mommy.
Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword work instead. Do not make me tell you twice.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore. If I keep going, I feel like my wrist is going to break.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. I want to hear the cracking and splintering of bone. After all, bones can always be reset.
I can't breathe. Let me
Everything's gone black.
Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived. How do you feel?
Cold and pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond even what I could have anticipated. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak and become master over your... Get up, Skirk.
I don't like
Wipe
that.
the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh and mend what is broken. Then take up your sword.
Yes, Master.
You're up! Hopefully you got some good Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training when it... So, wanna head over now?
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. These have taught you more than I ever could. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack, and you're going to block. Ready?
Yes.
Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your sister. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do you?
What?
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want, but only if you live to tell the tale. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is never at their whim. Only when you are free from the influence of emotion can you make the right choice, no matter the situation. How amusing. Almost sound, but you don't. You can choose. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion.
I don't like using reason.
Make the most rational and advantageous. This is your final training session. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
jet! Huh. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Go! Water jet! Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Not bad. Better than I expected.
Took me 3 tries, but sure. It's not easy to control my emotions. Battle was overwhelming, but if I can just focus on my doing and how I should respond, it's almost like my emotions take a back seat.
You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes...
Focus on the battle. I think it's working. Choose to tune on anything that isn't relevant to the battle, but I still think I'm pretty far around having full control over my emotions.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak and become...
Went through this too, didn't she? Merciless is the trying out to make someone substitute all emotion for pure reason.
Stop. Let's pause here. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Staying calm and focused sounds simple in theory, but in practice, it's more demanding than sword work or elemental ability.
She was right. Stopped all the emotions I was suppressing and rushing back to exhaustion.
Get some rest. No point training further if you manage to push back.
Alright, I think we'll... How much longer do we have in this quest? Second back. More than an hour. Okay. Then do you think it's probably good to
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant.
Oh, she got hurt?
Yeah, well, that's a given. I heard Master
You can leave
suffered
that
a
at any
grave
time, right?
Incredible. I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become someone stronger.
You got it. You can't repress the inner
Skirk,
child.
Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity.
Alice?
Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return. Although it might... I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment... Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can...
Her inner child.
You're awake! You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you! Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Dig in! Before it gets cold. Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forget the whole Ice Queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat.
So full. Okay, it's Paimon's turn.
Baby, baby.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So you and I may never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask... Okay, not the angle I was expecting.
Tell you earlier, while we were dream mirroring, I think I saw your memories.
I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but... Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. due to some recent circumstances. My self-control has been lacking as of late. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways.
Me? Do you mean you're also a descendant?
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space.
What is your goal in coming?
To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. Okay.
She is accurate.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for masters, but it's been years now, and...
Well...
But it's been years now.
Wait, no. Oops. No, we'll give me a second.
starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue... Of course you are! Ah, well...
Here's an idea.
Okay. It's time...
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes. Second, when Ajax, you and I may never... Okay. I knew that was even with the whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen... No. No. Several hundred years. But this is not... To become... For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that,
this quest
I
is
need to
not...
follow in his footsteps.
This quest is not...
Walk the path he...
This quest is not Fontaine, but... It feels...
You make it sound... But it's been years...
Well... Hey, Jack. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already... So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came. Children can't help but imitate their role models. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then... Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no
She
right
very
to
much
remember me.
does.
There... Wake up your companion. Oh, and everything I just told you.
Time to go.
Alright.
Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.
Should I save this money?
Add Astra. Thank you for
Alright. Well, we'll stop it for now. We'll stop it right now. And we'll see you again a Wednesday night, probably. Wait, yeah, Wednesday night.